year without fail, I do my annual Q&A video. And it's important and it's great. And I definitely almost forgot about it this year. That's why it's so late. Almost didn't do it. I remembered at the last minute. Like always, I collected questions from you guys. There were a lot. Y'all are an inquisitive bunch. I did see quite a few questions being asked that I've already answered in past Q&As. If you're really upset that I didn't answer a question and you felt like it was an obvious one, like she should have answered this one, probably because I've already answered it. Trying to keep things fresh. According to this poll that I created, you guys are most interested in hearing about personal questions. So of course, I'm gonna save those for the end. I am putting these questions into categories. There are quite a few miscellaneous questions though that have no business being in any category of their own. Those will just be sprinkled. I think we're ready. So let's dive into the YouTube or video related questions. Can you do a video where Jordan picks what you draw? Somebody asked this exact question in the last Q&A. Would you ever let Jordan pick out something that you paint or decorate? And I said that I would put it on my idea list. And I did. And there it has sat for 1 year. The answer, yeah, maybe. It's on my list. I have a lot of video ideas. I recently created a document full of all of my series that I have going on. It's outrageous. Can we start hearing the Fingers Down My Spine song again? Yeah, why haven't I played that in a while? You're so right. Let's hear it now. Fingers down my spine. Girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your fingers down my spine? You know the funny thing about that song is actually from the YouTube library. I found it and I became obsessed with it. I found the music video for it and the comment section was just flooded with people talking about how I use it in my videos. The creator actually ended up turning off the comments. I think maybe we annoyed him. Why did you not do your Halloween costume video? I think they're talking about how I turn myself into a character. I have sort of loosely done that around Halloween in the past, but I've also done it in just random parts of the year. So that video isn't really an official Halloween video in my head. It has been a while since I've done one of those though, and I am planning and working on the next one, which will be coming out very early next year. Moriah, I need more baking videos to feed my soul. Not a question, no, but okay. I actually saw a lot of people. It was probably the #1 most requested video to bring back was the Bake With Me series. I do plan on baking again. How do you choose memes to use for each joke? How do you remember them all? Are they all organized in your folder by type or relevancy? There's a lot of questions, but I get what you're asking me. If you don't know what the memes are, they're these little bits from past videos that I bring back into voiceover videos to emphasize a joke or to show a facial expression. I call them memes. Anyway, I do have a folder of memes. Sometimes I already know which one I want to use and I search it by name. Sometimes I just feel like it's the right time to add one, but I have to search for the right one. Other times I know what emotion I want, and so I do have my memes in subfolders by emotion. How do you plan a video from start to finish? Idea, script, filming, etc. I do different formats of videos, so it really depends on what format I'm doing. If I'm in front of the camera, there's no script. The fun of not being scripted is it's more natural and it feels more natural. The downside is it's more editing because I usually say a whole bunch of stuff that is unnecessary. However, for voiceover videos, I do plan out roughly what I need to say. The voiceovers have to go with the video that already exists of me painting, and the timing is really important. So I do have kind of like an outline for what I'm gonna say in voiceovers. A lot of that does end up being improvised though, and I end up saying all kinds of stuff that I didn't plan on saying. Do you have any big projects coming up? There are a couple lurking in the back of my mind. One, I've had the same intro for a long time and I like it, but it's been a thing for a while and I like to change my intros every once in a while. That's a big project that I'm kind of like putting off. Other one is the dollhouse idea. That's been a comment bomb that's been plaguing me for quite a while. Not 100% sure that I'm gonna do that one. A dollhouse. So many details involved in that. But that's a project that I'm kind of thinking about, perhaps, maybe. A Other than that, it's just, you know, the typical 5,000 blobs. I miss the baking videos. Again, not a question, but they'll be back. In your video where you painted shampoo bottles, you mentioned an idea about creating Baby Leon hair care shampoo for sensitive cotton candy lion hair.
Baby Leon hair care shampoo for sensitive cotton candy lion hair.
Yeah. Have you gotten your play button for 10 million subs yet? Why, yes, I have, and it's right here. Oh my gosh, it's so heavy. Give her a good little polish up here. Sorry, got an itch. Yes, I did get my diamond play button. This thing is so heavy. It is gorgeous. It is fingerprint central back there, but my name is on it. Go to sleep. What happened to the claw machine series? I don't know. Why did I forget about that? My claw machine is still alive and well. I should definitely do a claw machine video again. Thanks for reminding me. As a new mom myself, I want to know how you find the time to make, edit, and post a new video every week. I love your videos, and one day my baby girl will be watching them with me. She's currently only 6 months old. Hi! I think if I had started YouTube at the same time that I had a baby, I would have really struggled to figure that out. But by the time I had my first kid, I had been doing YouTube for quite a while. I didn't have to figure it all out at once. Also, I have help. My kids aren't sitting under the table right now waiting for me to finish talking. My mom is the one who watches my kids while I'm working. And I also have Jordan, who is my husband, and he takes care of business-related stuff, accounting and legal things, business stuff. We really divide and conquer. Of course, it's still a lot. Pretty much anytime I'm not working, I'm taking care of my 1- and 3-year-old, and they're high energy. Together, it's no joke. The messes, legendary. It's a lot of energy to juggle both, but it's also great. Do you have a secret YouTube channel called Elizabeth Moriah where you only paint inverted rainbows and humans? How did you know about that? If each color of the rainbow had a personality, which one would be the worst? Red would be organized and independent. Yellow would be a little bit hyper and kind of annoying sometimes. Green would be kind of weird. The one that says things and you're just like, what? Blue is everyone's best friend. Purple is a little bit insecure. And orange is the worst. What are your top 5 hardest art projects for this channel? In no particular order. Claw machine, chess set, mural, guidebooks. For number 5, I'll go with the deck of cards, even though I think the other 4 were way more difficult than that one. When are you gonna bring back the blood universe? Hope you mean blob, but that's clearly blood. People get really fussy about blob universe not coming out quickly enough. Other things are important on this channel too, okay? Rest assured, I will always come back to the blobs. Moving into the next category, this is all about my characters. What is your least favorite of all of your characters? Bill.
I just don't like him.
I did a whole video trying to save some of my worst characters. Even the redesign though, I don't like it. Evan is starting to rival Bill though, because of the enthusiastic support that he's gotten. Y'all will not stop with the Evan-ness. Justice for Evan on every single video. It doesn't stop. Because of the backlash that I've been facing over my dislike for Evan, he is almost at Bill level. Not quite, because nobody is as bad as Bill, even Evan. But he's right there. Potatoes are potatoes, and potato is you. Somebody every year has to ask a question about potatoes. Are you a potato? Are you sure you're not a potato? I don't know why, and more than one somebody this year has taken it upon themselves, and this doesn't even make sense. So no. What is Jordan's favorite character of yours?
Oh, hi.
Perfect timing.
Why?
They have a question for you.
What?
Does Jordan have a favorite character of yours?
Derek.
Derek, that's right. Why is Derek your favorite?
I don't know.
Come on!
The thing is I can't think of what it is, and secondly, I'm trying to think about the fact that my voice would be used here, and so I have to enunciate so I don't get subtitles like I always get.
You always get subtitles!
But then I don't actually talk that loud. I like slightly mischievous characters, I think.
That's a great reason.
Give him a little pet. Just give him a little pet. Wouldn't Moody and Kathy be great friends? No, they actually do not like each other. Moody actually insulted Kathy. It's spelled out in the guidebook explicitly. Ugh, an Evan question. Why do you hate Evan so much? Justice for Evan. Heart emoji. Something about the color, the face, the confetti on the head. It just irritates me. Oh, another Evan question. Why do you hate Evan? He's a derpy dino with splooches. What more could you want? No, his are splotches.
They're splotches.
Only Pickle Derp, Burp, and Pickle Pink have splooches. Evan has splotches. Not a question, but could you make a character named Fluffy? That is a question. Don't I have a character named Fluffy? No. As a 21-year-old, I would love to trade friendship bracelets with you. Not a question, but thank you. Let's do it. Can we please see more of Pinkle and Gherkin? I would love to bring them back. I need to find some baby dino squishies, which is a very specific thing to find. Why aren't Pickle's twins in the guidebook? Whoa, wait a second. I know that we all know that those are Pickle's twins, but out of respect, let's pretend that we don't, because he still has not formally announced that. So the question is, why aren't Pickles, perhaps, maybe, possible twins in the guidebook? Anything that I've created very recently is not going to be in the Volume 1 guidebook. The Volume 1 guidebook ends with 2021. We do have Volume 2, which will have 2022, 2023, and 2024, and I'm still working on that because I still haven't finished drawing all the characters that I've made this year. I have a handful of art-related questions, not that many for this year. What would your advice be for a young beginner artist? It depends on what your goals are, because if you're trying to get into fine art territory and you want your art in museums, I'm not the person to ask. If you want to just make art and have fun with art, then my advice would be make art and have fun with art. Be simple about it. Don't get caught up on, you gotta sketch every single day, do studies of things. If you want to do that, great, then do that. Just don't suck the fun out of it by making it a chore. Draw things you want to draw, paint things you want to paint. Don't compare yourself to others and just enjoy making art. How many potatoes do you think you've eaten in your entire life? I don't want to know, but probably a lot. Mashed potatoes, baked potatoes, potato chips, French fries. Are you a potato? And if so, who are your potato friends? This is a two-part question about potatoes. No, I'm not a potato.
I have no potato friends.
Are you completely and 100% sure that you are not a potato? I'm not a potato. Oh, I saw a lot of this question. What happened to your studio? The giant mural wall was amazing. Nothing happened to it. It's still there. Here's the thing. We got the studio back when I was living in my old house. I didn't have much room to move around. I didn't have room to do bigger projects. So we got this new studio space and there were renovations that needed to be done. If you've ever had experience with construction projects, they always take like 10 times longer than you think they're gonna take. Flash forward a few years later, the studio is finished, but life is different. We've moved and that new house happens to have a way better setup for my art room, and I have a lot more space down here than I did in the old house. Honestly, if we just flipped the order and I had moved here first, probably wouldn't have gotten the studio, but things happen in such a way. I am still using that space. I have a little photography studio set up there, so we still do photo shoots there. I'm using the space for storage, mostly my merchandise, and also the kitchen where I do my Bake With Me videos. I haven't ever given a full tour of it, but yes, that is where the kitchen lives. And moving on to personal questions. What is your religion? This question makes me incredibly nervous to answer, if I'm being real. I am a Christian. It shouldn't be so hard to say that, but I'm kind of scared. The reason I'm scared to say that is because I know that there can be some very negative assumptions made when you say that you're a Christian. I've always so desperately wanted my channel to be a place where everyone feels included. The last thing I want is to make people feel like I would judge them. That's not true. Come here, give me a hug. One of the reasons I do feel the need to share my beliefs though is because I would love to see Christians being represented in a more positive light, and so I want to be a part of that. So please don't hate me. Will Sam ever be back? Sam is my younger brother. He was in a lot of my really old videos. We used to make videos together when we were kids, and Sam is still my younger brother. Will he say hi? Maybe. I could ask him if he wants to say hi.
Hello.
Sam is doing his own thing.
I'm still here, doing my thing.
You know, Sam's an adult.
I have a mustache now.
Sam is
I'm alive.
Sam.
If this is totally useless, Mariah, let me know and I'll send you something else. Goodbye, love you, love us.
But he's doing great. Have you ever had any weird fan interactions? Not really. I think every interaction that I've had with someone who watches my content has been pretty pleasant. I will say a lot of people do come up to me and they'll be like, "Are you Moriah Elizabeth?" And I say yes, and then they'll just stare at me and wait for me to do something, and I'm like, hi. I just don't really know what is expected. They just kind of stare and I'm just like, have you ever run into somebody wearing your merch? The one that stands out to me is I saw somebody wearing, I think it was a Shelly and Eustace t-shirt. We were sitting in the same Starbucks for like 20 minutes. And I thought about going up to her and being like,
Hey, I like your shirt.
I worry that I'm just gonna freak somebody out. Like, would that be freaky? There was another time I was standing in line at Claire's and there was a family in front of me. The mom and the kids were both looking at my product on the shelf. And the mom was like,
"Oh, is that Moriah Elizabeth?"
and the kids were like, yeah, oh, her products are in Claire's. And I was sitting in line right behind them and I didn't say anything and they didn't see me. So if your family has ever had a conversation in Claire's about my products, I might have been standing right behind you. Can you pronounce hippopotamonstrossus Pedaliophobia? What did I just say? Is it appropriate for general audiences? This one just says toast. Also, gray or gray? I really don't know. I think I've done both. What are the meetings you talk about and who are they with? Every once in a while I'll be filming a video and I'll say,
Oh, I have to stop and go do a meeting.
I have a meeting this afternoon. I've had a lot of like one-off meetings talking about different potential opportunities, different partnerships. Sometimes it's with viewers in very special circumstances. I've had meetings with people at YouTube, numbers and analytics and features. It's more likely though, it's meeting with one of the partners that we work with for merchandise. What happened to the skunk in your backyard? I don't know. We haven't seen Frank in a while and I'm quite frankly worried. I'm sure he's not dead. Will you ever show Minnie or me on camera? I did get a lot of people asking this because when I first announced that I had a child, I showed Minnie me on camera with her face and everything. You know, I knew that she was gonna change so much, that her privacy would be still protected. And a lot of people have asked me if I would do the same thing for Minnie or me, just show her now once while she's young. My younger daughter is now like 15 months, so she's a little bit older, but she's still got a baby face. So I do feel comfortable showing her. Let's do it. Here she is. Can you say hi? I don't know what that was. She's processing. Loading. Loading. She's looking at herself in the... Oh.
And I want to see it.
Here you go. Mini-Me is just off camera right now watching us. You got all these things. Oh.
Okay.
More. She says more. Eustace. Oh, no. The laptop. Okay. Oh, the whole family's here. Hello, Jordan.
Near me.
Who's that? Who's this? Who's this? No, who's this? No!
Hey.
Look at her. There she goes. Excuse me.
Can I help you?
Did you find some things?
Yes.
What did you find? Not in your mouth. Don't bite it. More. Go pick something out. What? Oh, no! Now that you've made a mess, don't bite it. Look at that face. Oh, there she goes. Can you put the squishies here? Thank you. And that one. Put that.
Just look at the head. Daddy, I want this hand to eat it.
Can you say bye-bye?
Bye.
Can you? Okay, and that is it for this year's Q&A. Whew, that was a lot of questions. It always is. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next Friday. Bye.